What is up? Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's as good so far. So, I don't know anything about this game. I'm coming in completely blind. I think it's an RPG. I hope there is voiceover because I don't feel like reading, but we will see. So honestly, I can't tell you how long I'll be streaming today because if I don't like it, I'll probably end it. I know nothing about nothing. Except let's not go with the first one. Completely random. Rendahard. 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 Sounds good to me. Rendahard. I don't know if I need my keyboard or if I could use a controller. I think it said no controllers. I like this. It's a nice little touch. See, this is nice. Looks like there's a lot of replayability. Every single time it's random. That's cool. Hard. A generation ago, the mages of Valoon reached an uneasy peace with the noble houses and formed the Conclave, a faction of schismatics calling themselves the Free Mages, separated from the Conclave. But the rebellion has recently been driven underground, and now these renegades are hunted by mage and noble alike. Alright, let's go. Oh. 346 years ago, the Empire fell, brought to ruin by Arlic the Free. Legends speak of other great people. Bernard the True, who converted 150 renegades in a single day. Altert of Bukom, who revolutionized spellcasting and then destroyed his own work and vanished. Young Raren the Lion, king of Narcion, at 17 and Empire at 23. Most of the land is ruled by the noble house of Lindarian, faithful followers of Astravard, god of beauty. Nowhere in the land of Rendahard will you find more ardent defenders of peace and adversaries of all that is evil and ugly. Opposed to them are the regal lords of the Nandan clan, who trace their ancestry back to Warren himself, and will not rest until they have restored the great Narcidian Empire of old. No matter how many towns and provinces must be destroyed to do it. A lesser noble house, the line of Ethressa, rules the waterways of Valklund. Content bide their time and grow rich through trade and transport. In a remote corner of the land lies a lonely village ruled by a minor lord of the house, Alhessa. Turmoil hasn't visited this small community for 100 years, since before the first council of Jamant. Bandits lurk nearby, often glimpsed on the roads by lonely travelers. Rumors of gargoyles keep all but the most brave, or most foolhardily close to home. It is exactly 11:14 p.m. on September 29th. The peace of the village is broken by a woman's desperate cry. Damn. No voiceover, so. A warm darkness surrounds you. Suddenly the walls begin to close in. You are being pressed from all sides. Just before it seems like the weight of the world will crush you, it relents. You twist away, seeking peace. It returns. You wriggle and writhe as this irresistible forces thrust you from your sanctuary. Then a delusive sound crashes over you. Light floods your eyes. The midwife joyfully announces, "It's a beautiful baby boy." Peter. These are just like normal names. Odo. Odo Patino. The midwife proclaims it's a beautiful baby boy named Odo Patino. As you grow, so do your chores. The life of a peasant is not as easy. It's not an easy one. Still, your days are full, and your nights are quiet, and your companions are never far away. Who do you spend the most time with in the village? Camelina the Bard, wife of the feast. Orivard the innkeeper, retired adventurer. Aladono the scholar, discipline of the written word. Jackman the tailor, master craftsman. Village children, random interest, dislikes, and skills. Who would Odo run with? Odo's smart. So Odo would put himself in a place and with company that would make him smarter. So we'll go with Aladona the Scholar. Aladona is a meticulous scholar with a sharp mind and a subtle tongue. Glory may be shaped with steel, but it is tempered with the pen. She reminds you as you help her compile her notes on the fall of lost Narcedon. Skills, scholarship +5, persuasion +5, conversation, interest, politics, philosophy and history, astronomy, tales, and fighting arts. Ooh. It's a good time to back out. Is that what I want? Well, let's check them all. Camelina hasn't yet met the person she couldn't win over with charm or wit. Every night in the inn, she delights with songs and stories of peaceful days long past, and you drink up every skillful word. form, stealth, conversation, music, small talk, tales, and gambling. Sounds like a bard. Negative monsters, negative hunting. Innkeeper forward left the life of an adventurer behind when he was sustained an arrow injury to his knee. Now you help him in the stable and the kitchen, and he lives vicariously through travelers' tales of the wide world. Skills is strength and animal handling, conversation, brewing, food, travel, adventure. No philosophy, no fashion. Jackman the tailor. Do it once, do it right, do it well. Jackman would often mutter these words as you held the fabric in place. A man of keen eye and exquisite taste, with the business acumen to pay for it. Perception +10. Needlepoint, comments, fashion, art, no small talk, no brewing. And the village children. You bounce around the village, spending your time with someone different every day. Some make more of an impression than others. Skills, 3 random skills +3. 4 random interests. No dislikes. Yep, let's choose the village. The village people. None of your ancestors showed any aptitude for magic, so it comes as a great surprise when shortly after your 11th birthday you experience the vivid waking dream that is sure sign of the gift emerging within you. You never tell a living soul what you saw in that vision. But you now know, beyond a shadow of doubt, that you are destined to be a mage. Who do you spend the final years of your childhood with? I don't know. Scholarship, crafting, creativity, scholarship, enchant, persuasion and perception, animal handling, survival, and weapon use. That'll probably be the most useful. Strength and stealth. Persuasion, perception, survival, and strength. That would probably be a good one as well. Alright, so random. Traveling craftsman. Persuasion. Well, it'd be nice if I knew what I was going for. I don't really have any kind of idea. What build am I going for? Strength and stealth would be good. I like to play a more even character. Handling, survival, weapon use, strength, perception, persuasion, scholarship, enchanting. Just gonna do random. Alright, sorry about that. You wander aimlessly from job to job, seeking the widest possible range of experiences before you go off to learn the ways of magic and serve the conclave. Whether at home, in the fields, or on the road, every day brings something new. But your mind is on the future. As soon as you were... Shit. Sorry. As soon as you were visited by the first sign of magical ability, your poor parents begin saving for your future education. Now you are old enough to study to be a mage. These are the 5 tutors they can afford. Who do you choose? Fire? Earth? Storm? Arcane? And ice. It's a big decision. It's a real big decision. I'm going to need to think about this. So I'm thinking arcane is like potions and stuff. I don't know. I know what ice, storm, and earth and fire is. Alright. Either fire or storm. Odo the Storm Mage. Sounds good. A murmur of shuffling feet, rustling parchment, and quiet conversations fill the chapter house lecture hall as you look for a seat. An older student taps you on the shoulder and wordlessly points you to the front row. The room has already fallen silent, so you move quickly, hurrying to the last empty seat in the front among the strange new faces flickering in the lamplight. Full of hope and fear, you take your place just in time. Your teacher is here. With a deafening crack and a gale that shakes the chapter house from cellar to chimney, Roger appears before the class. His hair is all tangled and he is still pulling on a boot. Lost track of time, sorry. Who brought their books? Most of the class holds them up. Throw them away. You all comply. Your teacher winces. That was a figure of speech. Sorry. I see how that might have been confusing. He says Roger, I think of American Dad's Roger. But we're here to learn magic, aren't we? Real magic. Not genealogies and formulas and rules and regulations. When you're ambushed by renegades, the 9-point oath isn't going to save your life. You want spells. Dangerous ones. The wall behind him groans and gives away, dumping a load of bricks into the lecture hall. Let's get to work. As your teacher addresses those assembled, you learn that the 3 other new students are named Elijah, Mirabelle, and Rohisha. These will be your constant companions for the year ahead. You will shape each other in countless ways, and for better or for worse. The relationship you forge now will last a lifetime. Several months have gone by. You and your classmates are mirrored in the lecture hall, and your teacher is entering the 3rd hour of a discourse on the historical precedents that led to the formation of the conclave. It gradually dawns on you that you have no idea what the instructor is saying. Either your mind drifted at a key moment or something was skipped in the lecture notes. but you are well and truly lost, and judging by the blank stares and furrowed brows around you, you are not the only one. You start to panic. Quietly ask Raisha for help, ask your teacher to start over, ask for clarification after class. Do I want to just be Storm? I think Storm and Fire would be kind of nice. Yeah. Let's go for... I'll be mainly Storm, and then a little bit of Fire. You decide to endure the lesson in silence. The lecture continues for another hour, which buys you time to come up with a diplomatic way of telling your teacher you didn't understand a word of it. That evening, you return triumphant from your teacher's study with a copy of the notes, which you share with the others. Mirabelle is thrilled. Elijah is just annoyed that she has to go over it all again. You and the others are deep in the library one night, and the winter wind is blowing a gale, so you almost don't hear the pounding on the chapter house door. A stranger stumbles in, hooded and cloaked, and demands to see the chapter master. He's an agent of the conclave, he says, with sensitive information that must be delivered to the garden immediately. As the four of you hesitate, he collapses into a chair. There's blood on his cloak. Like Mirabelle, you are not ready to trust the stranger. Help Raisha see the stranger's wounds. You should let the stranger into your teacher's studies. No, we're not going to do all that. We will see to his wounds. You may not trust him, but this man clearly needs your help. Ignoring Mirabelle, who is vehemently opposed to allowing the stranger into the chapter house at all, you tend to his strange wounds. Send for your teacher and wait, enthralled by the man's stories of bone-chilling deeds done by the red light of Mirabelle. You are woken by your teacher, demanding an explanation for this disturbance. The stranger is gone. Familiar sounds wash over you as you rejoin your classmates in the dim lecture hall. You sit in the middle row this time, confident in your experience and your abilities. While the new students tremble in the front, you sharpen your quill, straighten your papers, and turn your attention to your teacher, ready to take the year by storm. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Right back. All this reading. While huddled around the peat fire in the chapter house one night in the late winter, there's a lull in the conversation. You stared into the flames. Suddenly, in a low voice, Mirabelle reveals that she has learned a powerful spell from a tome that your teacher carelessly left open in the library. The kind of spell you wouldn't be permitted to even read about until well into your apprenticeship with the Conclave. With a furtive glance over her shoulder, she offers to teach it to the rest of you. A hushed and heated debate rages between Alicia and Rohisha about what should be done, but an hour later, they are no closer to a consensus. It seems it will fall to you to cast the deciding vote. Good. Former teacher can accept the offer and try to convince them to abandon this plan. We're just gonna go with the crew. If one of you knows the spell, all of you should. Alicia and Rosasia reluctantly agree. For better or worse, the spell does nothing, and when Mirabelle runs back to the library, the book is gone. The relief of the other two is palpable. As they begin to steer clear of you in the weeks that follow, you and Mirabelle often study together, and you discover that she knows many other things worth learning. Oh, so they just left us? They should agree, for better or worse. There's nothing, and Mirabelle runs back to the library, the book is gone. Alright, well. It's a clear, rain-washed spring morning, and every flower by the side of the road sparkles like the sun itself as you hurry to the chapter house for your last exam of the year. You've worked hard, you've had a good night's sleep, and you're ready. As you pick up the pace, you hear a voice calling from over the hedge that divides the town from the fields beyond. It's a woman's voice. You can't be sure, but for a moment you thought it sounded scared. And Rohisha studied too hard to miss this. Hurry up. Sprint to the chapter house. Call for Mirabelle's help. Emily, Alicia, and scramble over to the hedge to help. Well, I don't know no ice, so let's do flame. There's a woman about your mother's age, limping slowly across the field. Even as you hail her, she falters and falls. You rush to her side and help her step by painful step back to the chapter house infirmary, where you discover that she is none other than Alessia's aunt come to visit, betrayed by a fickle shortcut and ambushed by goblins in the hill. With the help of the village healer, she recovers quickly. Alicia is overcome with gratitude, and Mirabelle is furious when she learns that in reward for your spirit of service, your teacher will not require you to retake the examination, which you missed in the course of the good deed. You chose a seat in the back. Year 3, your education concludes. You choose a seat in the back of the lecture hall. Send a first-year student down to the front row and settle in for your third and final year of schooling. It's good to be back, but you can't ignore the tightening in your chest as you realize that this is your last chance to learn everything you need to know to survive before you are thrust into the unfriendly world. Just a year ago, it seemed like you had all the time in the world. Now the end is upon you. Class is out for the day. It's now autumn. Class is out for the day, and you're all on your own to the inn. You're all on your way to the inn, I can't read, continuing an argument that began in the lecture hall earlier. Suddenly there's an almighty racket on the road behind you. A tumult of hooves, shouts, and clattering wood all happened at once. You turn just in time to see an angry Yarok barreling down on you and your companions. A wagon is being bounced to pieces behind him, and people are being flung hither and thither as the beast and his burden thunder straight into the busy market square at your heart of the town. You have mere moments to act. Try to stop the cart. Push Mirabelle clear of the oncoming cart. Shoot the Yarok. Well, you're going to try to stop. You leap aboard the cart, seize the reins, and are just able to haul the Yarok to a dramatic stop on the very edge of the busy market square. The crowd erupts in applause. Elysia is touched that you managed to resolve the situation without harming the beast, which, truth be told, just as scared as any of you. Mirabelle, however, seems nettled by the adulation you received for your heroism. Spring. The year-end exams are almost upon you, and none of you feel ready. The rumor is that the long illness of the Prime Magus has taken a turn for the worse, and your teacher has an eye on a position in the conclave that is likely to open up soon. Whatever the cause, you and your fellow students have been left to fend for yourselves as you prepare for your examinations. Everyone has their area of expertise, and no one can agree on what to study. You decide to study with Elysia. You decide to study with Rahisha. Decide to study with Mirabelle. Ooh, magic missile. That's arcane. Okay. I get it now. We're gonna learn Fireball. Elysia. You spend your last 3 days reviewing with Elysia. You still don't know what will actually be on the exam, but at least you have spent the time productively. Ultimately, what you have learned is more important than your exact score on the test. No one will remember in 10 years, as long as you pass. You can tell that Mirabelle is unhappy about this situation, and when you raise the subject on the morning of the examination, she accuses you of breaking a prior agreement the two of you had to study together. Why she didn't mention this before is beyond you, but it's too late now. Good riddance. Alright. You are disappointed, but not shocked when your fellow students celebrate the end of the year with a bottle of good Leorhan wine under the stars of the chapter house roof without you. You tried to walk the fine line between obeying your superiors and obeying your conscience, and sadly this has come at cost of close friendships with many of your peers. You take comfort in the knowledge that you have earned the respect of your peers. All the same, an overwhelming melancholy pervades your final days in the school as you gather equipment and makes ready to leave. A lumpy bundle from the storeroom. Wine. Ragged knapsack from the hall. Axe. Lockpicks. Antidote and torch. Tattered satchel from the library. Two-handed sword. Torch. Camp. Choice. Fashions. I want an axe, sword, or a two-handed sword. This comes with the most money. Yeah, let's do it. Lonely. You are the first of the group to set out into the world, still unsure whether to feel discouraged or determined to keep to the path you have chosen. But you know one thing for certain: the price of integrity will be far higher from here on out than it was for the past 3 years. Now your life may depend on it. On the doorstep, the chapter house curator, who was always kind to you, slips you a scroll of spells and reminds you to apply what you have learned. Then the door closes behind you, and you are on your own. You open the scroll. Alright, let's check out our actions. What do we got? Fists. Run away. In the current combat turn, unused AP will be saved and be used on the next turn. Okay. Focus and the current combat turn. Overexertion. Plus 20 stamina. 40 well-being. Negative. It's a fatal heart attack. Ooh. I got a flame shield. Costs 2 AP. Vortex of red flame swirls around you. Scorching heat radiance, concentrated waves around you. It's kind of cool. Fireball costs 4 AP. You compress superheat raw magic into an orb. You hurl it towards the foe and it explodes on impact. And force push. Large open hand, shimmering transition force crashes into the target. Don't I have an axe? You can view the inventory of this location here, but be warned, taking anything from it is theft. Being caught will raise your wanted level. Ooh. Thought this was all mine. Okay, it won't take nothing. Wait. A letter. The guard stops you on the street. Odo Patino. Chibo left this for you. Seemed important. He hands you a letter written on fine parchment and sealed with a splash of deep blue wax and the mark of his signet ring that seems somewhat familiar. It takes a moment, but then you recall it is the insignia of Roger Dipple, a conclave scholar in the place you grew up. You haven't spoken in years. Break the seal. Odo, I need your help. It has long been my ambition to find the lost tower of Mabrin the Archmage, to wander its dungeons, to ascend the pinnacles whence he cast his shadow over countless dynasties of old Valem, and uncovered the secrets that must lie hidden there. I have spent most of my life scouring our archives and libraries for rumors of its whereabouts, and have worried the ear of many young mages like yourself with the tale of my search. Well, it seems that someone else took a special interest in the ramblings of a particularly ambitious student, Maribel Hall. She has disappeared and all my notes have vanished with her. The earth trembles, Odo. The stars are loose. I have studied these signs and their import is clear. One of you is destined for greatness. One of you will build a mighty legacy upon the foundation of the Archmage's tower, and from the citadel you will shake all the land of Valem, for good and for ill. Please, Odo, it must be you. The lost tower of Mabrin must not fall into Mirabelle's hands. Help me find it first. I recently received word that Chapter Master Simon Castlemaine of Ernabo has come across the Archmage's name in an old innkeeper's account book. A rare piece of historical evidence for the man with so many legends surrounding him. I had not yet had a chance to pursue the lead further when my notes were stolen. Either so this place of information puts you a step ahead of Mirabelle, I suggest you investigate immediately. Go to the Anderber, speak to the Chapmaster Castlemaine, find the lost tower of Archmage Mabrin. Jesus, that's a mouthful. Idar Aralunin gives you speed, Hodo, in the service of magic, Roger Dipple. You're standing outside of town. You have to choose to enter a town when you are close to it. This is the log of important events that have happened to you. You may click and expand and see more. These tutorials can be turned on and off in the game menu found by pressing escape. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Not wanted, which is nice. Alright. Let's enter Edinburgh. Every town in Rendarhard is unique. Its buildings are based on geography, accessed resources, citizen skills, and leadership choices made by the Lord Mayor over time. You travel in town by selecting a building. Some towns have walls. If so, you may only enter or exit through the gate when it is open and by paying a gate fee. Towns without walls allow you to come and go as you please. Obey their laws when inside a town. No theft, murder, or magic, or your wanted status will increase and could lead to imprisonment. The inn is a great place to recover stamina, fill your belly when you are hungry, and meet many townsfolk from near and far. Or feel free to explore the rest of the town. When ready to leave the town, select leave or access the map up there, up here. Your towns with walls, you first must leave the town, then you can travel with the map. Okay. Where do we want to go? Let's go get the news. The latest news. This is the person who manages this building. Each person in Rendarhard is unique with their own look, age, skills, goals, family, and emotions. They have a life they live outside of interacting with you. You can conduct business with them or build your relationship with them through the talk menu. People remember when you say and how you treat them. Your relationship with this person is tracked with this bar. I love how in-depth this game is. I'm enjoying this. A lot of reading, but... Alright. Hope you're keeping busy. What's my options? Do you have any work? Do you know anyone who else might have work? Could flatter him. Go ahead and flatter him. I love this. Natural 20. Natural fucking 20. I flattered the fuck out of him. Success critical. Persuasion skill 3. Roll 20. This dude loves me. Let's chat. Well said, well said. How's your day? It's kind of you to ask. Sorry, I need to get some work done. Come back tomorrow. Do you have any work? Actually, I do. I need a message run down to the chapter house. Confidential one. Is that something you have time for? Sure, I don't got nothing going on. Thanks. I barely get a second to myself on days like this. Ask Chapter Master Simon when our special guests are coming, and if the circumstances have changed at all. He'll know what I mean. Oh no. I don't care. Thanks. I can barely get a second to myself. Okay, where was I going? Yeah, there, I think. Can I help you? You're welcome. Here. I'm afraid I don't have an answer. I'm still waiting for word myself. Listen, we're running out of time, so I'm going to trust you. Can you keep a secret? No, not at all. I mean, yes. Members of the Council of Seven are passing through Adabur sometime soon. With Prime Magus Tatini's health failing, we suspect that they're making a circuit of Valian to get everything ship-shape before the storm strikes. Their journey is being kept secret to protect them from the enemies of the Conclave, but we'd like to have a little extra protection ready for when they arrive. I know they'll visit Queenstown before they come here, so I want you to get over there as fast as you can. Ask Innkeeper Reginald if they've arrived, and come straight back so we have time to prepare. Can you do that? The Conclave would be in your debt. If you need directions, just ask around town. Okay, it's down. Alright, Queenstown. Good, last thing, don't tell the mayor. She already thinks the Conclave is plotting against her, and frankly, I don't trust the nobility much myself either. The quieter this stays, the safer we'll all be. Alright. Here you have information about Archmage. Roger Dribble must have sent you, yes. I was doing a little family history work for Lord Mayor Tunks in Ireland, and there, at the bottom of the page of that old account book from the inn, was the name Membran. He ate a roasted chicken, inquired about obtaining a large quantity of black sand, and slept in the stables before moving on. Where did he go next? It didn't say, but here's what I was able to deduce. He must have been here early in his career, because later in life he either traveled under a false name or would have been listed with his full title. He probably would have been able to purchase a better bed too. Maybrin would have been busy building his stronghold at this time, so if you can retrace his steps, you should lead you to the long-lost tower of the Archmage. It's a fucking Archmage. Archmage. Yeah. Why did he need so much black sand? That's what I can't make sense of. Go to Irlon and see what you can learn. Everywhere Archmage Maybrin went, he left legends in his wake. There may be yet an old story or two in Irlon that remembers what the historians have forgotten. Alright, I'm getting a lot of quests. Sure. Good. Speak with Peter Lath, the innkeeper there. We have sought the Tower of the Archmage for 1,000 years or more. If you find it, you must use it wisely. You must build a fitting legacy upon those ancient stones. Promise me that. As long as the land of Aelin endears it, I will be remembered. Go quickly. I will tell no one. I will tell no one what has passed between us. You are not the only ambitious young mage looking for the tower. How's your day? Better than I deserve. Sorry, I need to get some work done. Come back tomorrow. Alright. I need to go smoke. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. What are my missions? What do these buttons do? Where is my save? Why don't I have a picture? Where's my picture? Alright. I have to find the keybind for that. How much money we got? 530. Maybe I should buy some armor. It's not just the cold, it's the wind. Just a moment. How's your day? Can't complain. Or shouldn't, at any rate. Sorry. I need to get some work done. Come back tomorrow. Everybody can only talk tomorrow. Ready when you are. Oh my god, these prices. Sir. Have any work? This is embarrassing, but could you buy something from my shop? I just completed my training and opened my shop a couple months ago. I've barely sold a thing because your fucking prices are outrageous. A real mage bought something I made and wore it in battle, maybe people would take notice. I don't know what else to do. If I don't start seeing some coin cross my table, I'm going to have to close down and come back to be an apprentice. Or go back to being an apprentice. I mean, I could do that, but I'm broke. You see. Thank you. Just pick something out. Make sure you equip it from your inventory. Then go find some goblins to fight. All goes well, I should be able to repay you by the time you get back. My master trained me in the traditional methods of the armorers of the Edoros, the finest craftsmen of all Yulin. You won't be disappointed. Flatter him. Come on, big money.
Huh.
Nice. What you doing here? I'm hard at work. It is exhausting. Can't talk anymore. Day's work won't do itself. Prices go down? No. Not at all. Marketplace is a special building. The house is the merchant. The merchant unifies all the buying and selling of goods, common items with the town. A weaponsmith sells his good weapons to the merchant, but keeps the good stuff for his store. The merchant bases their prices on supply and demand. A town that grows grain will likely sell it for less than a town that doesn't. You can sell anything to a merchant, but if they don't want it, they will give you only a small percentage of value. Merchants employ traders who travel from town to town, buying what this town needs and selling what is excess of. You can see these traders move on the map. They are usually the first to encounter monsters, which shuts down the trade routes. Buying and selling with the merchant revolves around the deal, an agreed upon item and quantity which can then be haggled over. The deal is completed when both sides agree. Alicia is directing a cart driver through the various stalls. She turns to you. It's one of those chills that gets down in your bones. Good to see you. Hey, babe. How's your day going? Not bad at all. Sorry, I need to get some work done. Come back tomorrow. No. Just try to flatter her. Come on. Yes. Persuasion improved to 4. Nice. Gotcha. Too kind, as always. And the same to you. Please, let me work now. No. You have any work?
Huh.
Yes. Thank and Darren, you're here. I've been waiting for a shipment of goods from Robert in Queenstown for 5 weeks. And he won't send it because there's supposedly wolves on the road, and all his cartmen are too scared to make the journey. I want to go get rid of them and clear the road for good. You're not scared of a few wolves, are you? Should I be? Of course not. Honestly, I doubt there are any wolves. There's nothing but excuses with him. First it was the flooding, then every cart in town lost a wheel in the same week, now this. So forgive me if I'm a bit skeptical. Go kill some wolves, let's say 3, show the pelts to Roberts in Queenstown, and get my shipment moving. I don't even care if the wolves are near the road or not. Just find some. You offer services? What do you got? Buy some cheap shoes. Yes, 2 shoes. Oh. Oh, 1 shoe. No. Let's get rid of this. How do we get rid of this? There we go. We get 1 shoe. go soft. Come on. Yes. Man, I'm on fire today. $4.12. It's a deal. One chew. The money around the hard is gold coins. At first, just having enough money to eat will be hard. There are many ways to earn coin. Quests, harvesting, selling resources, trade, looting dungeons, gambling, even performing in inns. Alright. What was that? Okay. Well, it's something. What do I do? Leave? Leave. This is where you can travel the world. Each hex is a separate location that can contain resources, monster tracks, a town, a dungeon, or other secrets. Move around the map by clicking on the hexes. Traveling to a new location will take you time. If a place is particularly hot or cold, it may also cost you stamina. Be wary. You will come across unfriendly patrols in your travels. If you cross paths, you'll have the option to fight, flee, or even follow them back to their lair. Each hex on the map represents 1 mile of travel, which is important to know when asking for directions from other characters. Alright. That's cool. Okay, but where's this? It's a hill. Can I get a better idea of... Is this the only map I have? Alright. Well, so be it. Where do we want to go? North, east, south, or west? We'll go this way. Stay close. Spot some tracks. Okay. Each hex may contain special resources or interactions depending on what features are hidden within. Explored represents your familiarity with the area. Exploration allows you to discover what is contained with the goal of beating your previous score. If there is anything that can be discovered, a resource entry will be listed with an exploration skill check number to reveal it. Resources can be harvested, provided you have the right tool. Fish require a fishing rod. Metal requires a pickaxe. Harvesting usually involves a skill check. Take time, stamina, and may risk breaking your tool. Organic resources, trees, fish, and herbs grow back every time. These are monster tracks here. Tracks are left by monsters as they wander the world. The higher the density, the more frequently the monster passes here, and therefore is easier to follow their lair. You only get one chance to read tracks. If you fail, you'll have to wait until the monster lays more tracks. Tracks a road. I harvest. Let's harvest. I want to know what to do. That's not an option. 15. Oh, shit. It's bound to happen. I go back here. Actions like exploring, studying, and especially casting skills cost stamina, making you tired. If you reach a 0, you cannot cast and will likely die. This is the calendar. Passes every choice you make. The world will simulate as time passes. Children will be born. People will die. Monster lairs will multiply. Seasons will pass. You will eventually die of old age. Every decision matters. Success. You spend the day exploring. Explored now 20. Get some black sand. Well. What's my stamina? Where's my stamina? Armor, physical armor, stamina 75. Ah. I didn't realize my mic was off. That sucks. But yeah, that whole thing sucks. Well, well, well. I think I'll go ahead and end it there. I do like this game. I'll probably come back tomorrow and try again. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And thanks for stopping by if you did. Thanks for all that, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later.